First local co-op video of the year. I am Coop, and this is Biped. I'm pretty sure that's a play on the word bipedal, and this game has recently come onto the extra PlayStation Network service. Steam, Switch, a bunch of other platforms as well. Actually released in 2020, and it only features 2-player local, but the good news is very focused on that model. I would bill it as a symmetric puzzler, and if you know my history and puzzle games, they have to be good to make it on the channel. And this one's very good. Ignore the screen tear on the intro. Keep it positive, Coop. New mantra for 2025. Well, the whole time, like positive 100%. Well, as best as you can get it. Yeah, because the algorithm loves that, doesn't it? Can we stay on topic? The production is extremely good. This is almost looking like Astrobot 1. We'll get to the second Astrobot. Its control scheme is also extremely intuitive, taking full advantage of that 360-degree analog stick, allowing you to independently control either one of these two legs that are coming at your little robot. There are sections where you can go full armor core and slide on the metal, but it's funny, walking has got to be done one step at a time, but when you get quite good, you can hear the noises from the pads. You know fun is getting had already. This is the damn tutorial. This game, as far as I can tell, is very co-op based. All the tasks require both you to communicate, and problem solving is done by coming together. There's no like screw the other person over, push them off a cliff, but there is that sort of efficiency pressure on the other person to get a task done quickly or not look silly during said task. The problems and obstacles, particularly in that tutorial section, because of its sci-fi sterile laboratory feel, does have a bit of a Portal vibe, and I immediately started to connect with that, and I think they were leaning on some of that familiarity with the design of these two robots. You've also got a great switch out into a natural looking level. Very surprised at the diversity of this biome, and it's the first level, really fresh colours, and you're introduced to some quite brain-hurting, complicated tasks, colour-coded stuff, and timed obstacles. The tension, trying to make it across that bridge, the attempts, and it doesn't penalise you actually on dying, which I thought was really generous of the game, and it does offer quite a lot of reward and secret stuff. You'll see that coin number, there's a time limit on each level. You don't get too berated for taking ages, but it's fun to sort of peg your performance against another section, or sort of redo areas that you knew you could do a hell of a lot better, like most of this footage. So it started introducing a switch language, it started colour coding things. Every single puzzle requires a small conversation before you even work out where to start on it all, and once you've got things going, you realise that there's quite a lot of skilled and timing involved with it. This isn't like The Witness, where you have to learn how everything works and then go from there. This has got quite a lot of arcade reaction speed, real-time skill to a certain extent. We're also treated to some Ratchet and Clank style level transitions. What was it you compared this game to earlier? Armored Core 6, The Fires of Rubicon. It's called Fog, so I will link. In that you're attached, but again, the aesthetic, family friendly. This is something really special on that front. It ramps it up quite gradually. And you can also communicate with the person and say, look, try this solution, I'm doing this, recreate that. They're not completely cut off in what they're doing to help you out. And that also forces a lot of communication. But the puzzles, they're not completely layman. So this one may not be for the audience that Fox was targeted for, but that's good news. 2 adults are totally going to enjoy this because it gets so complicated and the timing needs to be so timed. Looking back on the footage now, this doesn't look that stressful and tense, but I assure you, every single attempt at these puzzles is like 4 or 5. And the satisfaction of getting it worked out, seeing how it all was put together, is pretty good. The people that made this game are blatantly quite intelligent, boffin types, and they have clearly utilised their special powers in the design of this game. It will last you ages. Top family-friendly 2-player, 4-player locals, PS4, PS5 might be a list I'll look at in the next couple of months, because there's quite a big amount and it's not something I normally concentrate on. But with stuff like this bouncing around, that New Horizons Lego, etc. And just lastly, about the Astrobot thing, why did they not make that local co-op? I can understand with the first one being a little bit of a flex graphically for the system, but this new one, I mean, when that came out of the gates was local co-op. When I'm looking at it, I'm thinking it would have so worked, even just a smaller section. If you played a game called The Wonderful 101, you'll know that those systems can run some unbelievably strong, symmetric and split visuals. Maybe they'll pull a Nobody Saves the World and Cult of the Lamb and add it. Oh my god, Coop. He's planted the seed. How have you managed to go from telling us everything about Monster Hunter Wilds, a game that's not even out yet, to pointing out one of the better family-friendly local co-op games on Extra? Well, to say I have range is an understatement. Modesty also included in that New Year's resolution, is it, Coop? And we'll see you down there.